They'll be calling you a radical. Back to the Oregon fishing numbers. And I'll tell you what, my whole career as anti-nuclear, human rights activist, the whole gig, I've never seen so much happening right now. Talk about Midway. They're on the fucking ropes. I'm going to put my fucking boot on their neck and stomp their fucking heads in. Fucking, I'm not letting them off the fucking mat. So these lying scumbags that what we call WDFW, Washington, the state of Washington, those fucking scumbags don't even bother reporting a number. Alaska, they're a lot better than ODFW. You know, first, before I start talking about numbers, we'll start at the copper and we'll work all the way down to the Feather River. So, you can't make this shit up. The Ukraine, government sponsor, inside the exclusion zone of Chernobyl, has built a hostel. Well, we got to accommodate the growing tourists, Chernobyl tourists. I talked to some girl that, well, I've always been fascinated about it. Well, of course, everybody's fascinated about it. It's catastrophe. It's unbelievable. You know, the whole Russian-United States, we were all fascinated about, you know, the Eastern Bloc because they turned it into mythology because none of them, you know, they wouldn't let us. Vice versa. Cold War on Balco. So, to the salmon numbers. So, at the copper has dropped off dramatically the last couple of days. I hope the trend ain't our friend because it started very late. Had a nice spike, then they're running below last year's pathetic number. Now, remember, when I talk about these salmon numbers across the board, remember, I'm talking about record escapement. Record escapement. Now, I work on this matrix that I've got. Of course, me and Tim, we call it our Blanch Martin, how much money's being spent retail-wise, fishing trips, whatever, for each salmon, which is crazy. But the percentage, which I work on this because these rats won't put this. I mean, it's an obvious number. The percentage of return versus escapement. You know, that should be posted every day. This is a low in history. By far. By far. Remember, record escapement. 2011, 2012, 2013, record escapement. I mean, giant record, not even close. That's why the forecast, 2015, big numbers. The surge before the crash. These salmon, the copper, that's why the spring's so important. Because after the spring, then it gets much worse because a lot of those salmon only go to sea for 2 or 3 years. The steelhead, twice. But the spring's 5 years. You know, so we know, as any statistical stats professor, whatever, I mean, it's real obvious that it's called an outlier. I mean, we're deviating from the mean so many times, I mean, completely out of whack. So we call that, something obviously happened in 2011. Something, 2011, 2012, changed the, I like how they call it the pasture. Fuck you, it ain't a pasture, it's the Pacific Ocean. Something changed the Pacific Ocean. Huh. Did a meteor hit? Did the biggest freaking oil spill in history hit? Did the cruise liners dump so much freaking Viagra? Huh. Did something dramatically change? Oh, Fukushima melted down. It's obviously the scar across my face. The scar down my fucking center of my chest. The severed fucking tongue. All fucking activism related. So let's start at the top. Copper's running below last year's number. Last year's number came in at 800,000 when it was projected at 1.7 million. The year before, 1.4 million, I believe. So, big drop. And again, let's remember, we're talking by number of fish. And I can really get into these things are coming in shrilled up, small, and talk to any fisherman up there. They're going to tell you, you know, the big beasts just aren't coming. So, let's move down. You know, the Kenai started early last year, and I said, don't get all geeked up about that. It dropped off a cliff late. And that was the most hallowed big giant beast of them all. Then you start working down through the Alaska fisheries, and it gets progressively worse. Then you get to British Columbia, Denial Land. Only one place fucking worse than British Columbia and Denial Land, and that's the state of Washington. So we get down to the Fraser. Look it up. We're talking 99% collapse. I mean, borderline extinction. Dunford's done such great work, fucking documented on the boat, fucking, you know, the beautiful fucking coastal was so famous for their fucking tide pools and their sea life. He did a magnificent job documenting. I mean, it's very sad. I mean, he lays those pictures next to each other. It's dramatic. It's powerful stuff. So, then let's work down into the state of Washington. They won't report any fucking numbers. I mean, they're derelict criminal fire. They're just sucking up the fucking money. Mitchell-Act, Mitchell-Act, Mitchell-Act. So, we get to the Puget Sound. Fishing's down there fucking 80% in the last 2 years. Let's go to the Bonneville. That's the fucking... So, the Bonneville, we have a live cam right there. We can watch it through the ladder. How cool. Been out for 3 years. Army Corps of Engineers runs it. So the Army Corps of Engineers wait. They post the number, then ODFW, Oregon. At least they'll post it, which I talk to them constantly. I've called them so many times, got them all so pissed off at me, they don't even want none of them talk to me. You know, the Army Corps are just derelict fucks. And then, you know, they just, what all government does. You ask them about one thing, they just kick the buck to the other. Kick the buck, kick the can, kick the can, kick the can. You know? It's the idea to paint the soup can, but then you got to paint the fucking soup can. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's not forget, Idaho. Right here. Fucking the Stillhead, you know, they're so famous here. I used to, you know, that's where I grew up fishing. You know, it was on the Snake. You know, Ontario, Oregon on the border. Wow. Even the sturgeons washed up dead. They're down, we're talking fucking 90% collapse. I mean, epic, epic collapse. So the Bonneville. So the Bonneville, 2015, had 1.4 million salmon come back. Big number, big number. The trend was their friend, forecasting off escapement. So their forecast for 2016 was 1.7. Now they forecast 2-3 years out in front. Their forecast for 2017 and 2015 was well over 2 million. So, and then we'll get to the Willamette and that corruption. So the Bonneville collapses last year. The spring run collapsed, and then after that it was just horrific. They come in last year, 50% decline. So this year they're radically dropping those forecasts of 2 million for the year. Now we're talking the year. For the spring run, they were forecasting 300,000 2015 thing. The spring run was forecasted, came in at 257,000 in 2015. 2016 comes in what? I think it came in 169,000 when it was forecasted to come in at 275,000. Again, skinny throw low. So this year, they dropped the forecast dramatically for the spring run. They drop it clear down to 169,000. Well, they'll make that easy, right? Because so it started off low. It never did peak. The biggest day they had is 6,500. You know, they should be having days of fucking 15, 20,000, multiple days. They had 3-4 days over 5,000. That's it. And then it drops off a cliff, and then they declared a disaster. Magically, right as they declared a disaster, within the next day, they get these numbers. They get this weird spike that's so far out of me. You can lay that graph over all 100 years of the graphs that they track. Never. It's so far out of the fucking mean, it's fucking whacked out. So, it's over in 2 days, right? The Bonneville. They're at 102,000. They're going to end up at 103, 104, 105,000. And remember, 2 years ago that was forecasted at 300,000. Fucking the lower projections were 170,000. And I don't believe their numbers, and these fish are coming, and, you know, they need healthy fish to spawn. So we can count at the Rogue. And we physically go up there, our army, the post-ignorance army, you know, which I've developed a lot of incredible activists have developed through this small post. I mean, little Kevin Finnegan. How about Patrick McCormick? How good is he? You know, Tim. I mean, there's some, amazing activists that have been born out of this. And so we go up there. We can physically count. We talk to them, you know. Tim's friends with person up there. They have 100 and I believe 22 today. 122 spawners today. I think he said they have 16 stillhead. 16. I mean, that number should be fucking tens of thousands. So, before I finish up on the Willamette, I forgot about the exclusive tea club in fucking where all the doctors and the wealth in British Columbia go fishing. I think they caught fucking 12 fucking legal fish last year. Which I think the legal fish at that time was over 12, 13 pounds. 12. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of fish. The slam and salmon at Bookings, they caught 28 fish, 14 a day. 400 fucking boats of the best in the world. Fucking 400 nautical miles. Oh, just the wind, bro. 2 years in a row. So the Bonneville is going to come in and hurt. I mean, that's catastrophe. And we know they're small and they're teeny. But here's the real criminal fuckers. The Army Corps, this is the criminal of the criminal on the number. It's not how many fish go over the dam. It's who's counting the fish over the dam. That'd be Joseph Stalin. You know, they have salmon in Russia too, remember? So, God only knows what those numbers are. We'll never know. Putin, there's an honest fucker. Thank you before, you know, while I'm on the Russian River, thank you to the activists that are fighting back in Russia. You got a lot of guts. So the Willamette, damn it. So the Willamette, now get this. They're trickling in. Their forecast number, they lowered it from 2 years ago, forecast of 80,000. They lowered it all the way down to 50,000. Forecast was 50,000 this year. Okay, so it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. They close it. Most of the ocean's closed anyway. The emergency clause, file for federal disaster aid. The governor of Oregon declares it a fucking disaster. So they want it both ways. They want the fucking federal disaster money and they want the fishing. So, according to ODFW themselves, they have to have 22,538 by law, federal, state law. They have to reach that number of fish before they can, if they don't, it's got to be closed. You know, not to mention the Fed, endangered species, NOAA derelict fuckers. So, they come out a week ago, 10 days ago, fuck it, we're reopening. 7 days a week, raise the limit to 2 fish. Because we're going to meet that goal. So I talked to him. I says, no, you're not. I talked to the fucking Army Corps Engineers, and I says, I'm looking at your number today on the 13th. It says 20,800. The spring runs over the 15th. You got 2 days. How many are you getting a day now? Oh, well, they're trickling in 100, 200 a day. So is that number bottom right, Ron? Because you can't read the daily number. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, figures don't lie. Liars fucking figure. And so I'm like, well, what is it? What is it? No, that's the accurate number. 20,000 is the accurate number. Well, you said by law you had to 22,500. That's against the law for you to read. You're not going to hit that number. You're going to end up at 21,000. That's below that fucking cutoff. And again, they're sickly fuckers. They're small. They're not healthy spawners. Those fucking smolts ain't going to get out to sea. Fuck, I mean, look at the percentages fucking smolts. It's called escapement. I mean, look how many returned this year out of fucking how many went out to fucking sea in 2012. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, as obvious as the scars across my face. So what the fuck's the deal, you lying? Because they want it both ways, those scumbags. Fucking Bill Monroe mark up there, their propaganda. Or because this country trading in their fucking health and everything else's health. I mean, the environment, fuck the environment. That's the fucking what we do. Fuck the environment. Fuck it. Slaughter it, kill it at all costs. Because we're the generational fucking errors. Like Tim called me, he says, God, humans are... I said, no. Our parents were this fucked up. There were groups of them. I mean, we've always had a group of these fucked up fucking Europeans that come across, Chinese that came across and cut down the sequoias, fucking slaughter. I mean, look what they did in Oregon, please. Fucking poison the chassis. You know, but it's this fucking batch. We're a bad, nasty, sickening fucking batch of baby bomber, fucking arrogant self. I mean, we were born into this country. We didn't have no fucking debt, our parents. You know, healthy America. Oh my God, look at us. 0% interest rate, 15 years. I mean, slaughtered the youth of this country. They can't even live. Fuck, how, you know, I call them the baby wolves of San Diego, San Francisco. You're born and raised there. Fuck, you get a job selling fucking serving coffee, 12 fuck. How the fuck are you going to pay $3,500 a month for a one room? That's what the 0% is. Because all you fuckers from Michigan got to move down there and build your third, fourth fucking house for fucking, you know, overcompensate. Fucking pathetic motherfuckers. Immature pieces of shit. What a sickening batch we are. You know, look at my boat. Look at my fishermen who can't fish, skiers who can't fucking ski. I mean, it's pathetic. Pseudo de facto fucking wannabe fucking royals. You ain't never being a royal. Look at your debt. Look at the debt. So they want it both ways. They want to get the federal disaster, but keep everybody coming. Oh, sorry, bro. You paid fucking $2,000 for this trip. Fucking Wendy, sorry you can come. You know, but think about that fucking type of fisherman anyway. They bait your hook. They clean you. That ain't fishing. Fuck, that's pathetic. I mean, it should be illegal. It's disgusting. So, the Willamette's epic collapse. Not going to match their goal for this summer, which means they're perpetuating extinction, which, by the way, is already happened in Northern California. So, Patrick lives in Orville. You know, one of our posts. He was up a couple days ago. I'll post this video on the Feather River, which that's General Electric's original fucking baby. So he's up there, and June 6th they reported 30 fucking fish. Not 30, I mean 30. Period. They count with sooner. 30. 30. The Klamath, remember the natives come out and says this is going to be a catastrophe. You know, it's only going to be down to 8,000. They're talking 2,000, maybe less. That's extinction stuff. Extinction. Fucking Northern California, my God. What the fuck have they done to that place? You know, fuck. The fucking paradise. Most beautiful landscape on the face of the earth. The fucking sequoias, the redwoods, the fucking, all of it. It had everything. Mountain lions, fucking bears, cliffs, sea, fucking giant pines, fucking beautiful natives, fucking culture. I mean, look at the native art, fucking down there. The Chumash, the Mama's Heart. Let's name it Diablo. So, you can go into now all the fuck you want. It's just going to get worse. High water. It's too cold. It's too warm. It's too just right. Always have an excuse. Just like the fucking debt. Just like fucking, you know, we always got to give more money to the fucking military industrialized complex so they can fucking kill us. Huh. So, go stay in the hostel at fucking Chernobyl. Huh. Fuck. You're staying in your own fucking little personal fucking, it's not even a hostel. You know, we're going to put us in a FEMA camp. You put yourself in a FEMA camp, but Wells Fargo owns it. And you're paying a fucking more. Maybe they put you at FEMA camp, you wouldn't be so fucking stupid and overcompensation, fucking working, and that fucking, you could read a book, spend some time fucking educating yourself about the environment, about fucking cancer, longevity, headed the other way. 2012, look it up. First time in American history going the other way. How's that possible? Open heart surgery, leukemia. How's that even possible? Organ transplants. How's that possible? Oh, we poison the environment to that extreme. So, your poisonous fucking hostel, your poisonous FEMA camp, you're living in it right here in good old America. America, you need to learn to speak fucking American. What, America Vespucci? Fucking, that mass murderer, he spoke Italiano. And French. She sure didn't speak the Queen's fucking English. No, she's fucking, you know, asked her fucking, let's cut down all the fucking trees. Bill Gates' granddaddy, C.W. fucking Maxwell. Look him up. You Northwestern. This is contaminating the whole fucking planet. Every living thing, everything. And it means epic denial. Denial's not a river. It's a dead Pacific Ocean. How the fuck, I mean, the data right on your, as obvious as the scar down the center of my chest, across my face. How the fuck? How the fuck even, I mean, I'll quote Barrett Brown. You know, one of the great anonymous, fucking, when he's in prison in Texas. He was doing a blog for, you know, he's fighting, I mean, prisoners all loved him. You know, everybody loved him. I mean, what's not to like about that fucker? He's awesome. Amazing young man. Brilliant. He says, how come you quit your blog fighting for all these different issues and social equality? He says, because even when you show you the truth and prove you the fucking truth, you don't give a fuck. You're so branded in your dog. Oh, the Trumpettes, I call them, or the Obamacans. Fuck it, the left-right dynamic's so pathetic right now in this fucking country. You know, that's all you want to fucking do is, it's divide and conquer. Wow. How can you not see the environment is fucking collapsing around you? How can you not fucking wake the fuck up? Call yourself, I mean, something. Do some kind of resistance. At least I fucking try. You know. That's all I can do to keep fucking waiting for you. You know, and I know there's plenty of you that try, and I know there's plenty of you that care. Our small group. You know, and I want to say this to all of us activists that are fighting this. Look, we don't give a fuck about the American Contemporary Sheep. That's not where this is at. It's our teeny group fighting the nuclear cartel's fucking group. They have all the money. They have all the fucking trolls. They have everything there is. But we have the fucking truth. And there's one other thing, too. They're human, too. They die of leukemia, too. Their children get sick, too. You know, their fucking mothers and wives get their fucking breasts cut off. They get their prostate ripped out, too. You know, they die of AML, too. You know, they get MS. They fucking have fucking strontium fucking heart attacks. Just like we do. And we got the truth on our side. They have nothing but fucking lies and money. We'll take your fucking money and choke it down. Speaking of money, I want to say thank you to everybody who's fucking supported this legendary activism. Without your money, I'd never do this. And, you know, and everybody who prayed for me in there. I'm day 44 out. I'm feeling a lot better. I still get tired, you know, at the end of the day. I got a ways to go. I'm in a 12-week recovery program. I've been staying right on. I'm in militant. I'm feeling better, but it's been hard. And I can't say how much everybody's prayers and caring about me and support, you know, got me through it. You know, it's been 6 fucking years. Almost 6 years from the day I got a stomach ache. You know, Fukushima hammered me right here. I got hammered by Fukushima. Some of my friends right here in the Rockies, we know that it fucking stormed here right after. You draw a direct line from my house right there, you go directly. You go across there, you won't run into many cities. I live on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. You'll run directly into Fukushima, Japan. What's the jet stream? So we know now that the mapping got done. We didn't know then that it hammered us right here on the Rocky Mountains. You know, it really hammered us. And we're the first line of defense when everything comes across. That's why the skiing's so great here. The first thing, these giant peaks catch it. And it's dry. From the Sierras all the way across, this is the first. Well, Fukushima went. Our cancer rate went psycho the fucking fall of 2011. I mean, so much. Paul, my lifelong best friend, got fucking cancer the same week I did. Kelly over here, he got fucking cancer the same day. They're both dead. You know. Kevin and Carla, they used to call us. Carla, de nouveau on her breasts. Same month as me, she's dead. I mean, I go on and on and on. It's hard to even fucking wrap your mind around it, but, you know, wake up and fucking, I mean, this corruption, the OFW, WFW, go Seahawks. It's, I mean, really. Paul Allen, fucking Ocean Day, when his fucking yacht tore up the Barrier Reef. These false equivalency, these false fucking activists, that's how they've done it. They've captured Sierra Club, they've captured Greenpeace, they've captured all of it. So it's up to grassrooters like myself. And like I said, we have a tough time because it's hard to raise a little bit of fucking money. I live on a shoestring. I mean, you think what I've done, my activism on fucking, I mean, thank God for the few freaking, what do we got? About 300 people that have supported this. And, you know, some of the few bigger investors that, you know, well, not investors who, you know, sponsored this action that give $1,000 or $500 or $100, whatever. Without them, this would never happen, this historic work. And it has to go on. It has to go on. I appreciate Dunford's classroom up there, Dana. I really like it, you know, and everybody who's fought this, you know, I appreciate you. You know, we record this in history so that I hear the voices of my great-granddaughter. So they can look back and say, hey, my grandpa tried. You know, there were a few people that tried. Stay in tuned.